Hi crafters, Karen here, and welcome back to another Spellbinders Crafty Advent Calendar series. Today we are on day number 18 and we're going to go ahead and get right in. Flap 18 is down here on the bottom left and it is a rectangle shape. We'll get this open and, well, there's no image. Now if you recall, I can't remember what day it was, but we also had a flap where there were no images, and that indicates that we have some sequins or shaker bits. And that's exactly what we have here today. Our shaker bits here today are a turquoise color, a little bit of iridescent, and they do not have any holes in the center. So I thought what I would do today is I would make a birthday shaker box, and I'm going to be using some balloons. Now I have this set of balloon dies, and I honestly don't know where they're from. I've had these in my stash for a long time. I'm also bringing in the Fantastic Birthday by Tailored Expressions, and I'll be using that Happy Birthday sentiment. And then I'll be using the Tailored Expressions Cherry Pop ink to do the stamping. And I have that separate piece of light blue cardstock because I cannot run the card box through my Big Shot. And of course I have my acetate, and of course off screen I went and I cut the balloon out of the light blue cardstock, and I'm going to get that acetate glued on there, and I want that to dry. So as we're waiting for it to dry, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stamp my circle, and this will be the back portion of the shaker, and you'll see how that turns out a little bit later on in the video. So I'm just trying to line up my stamp. Now, of course, you know, having rubber stamps like this, it's hard to see if they're lined up. So I have this plastic, clear plastic. It's one of those package wraps from, you know, any products that you buy, whether it's stamps, dies. And I didn't have an extra piece of acetate laying around, so I had this bag close by. And what this does is it helps me make sure that my stamp is straight. And so it is. I do that test, I put it to the side, and then I will re-ink my stamp, and then I will go ahead and stamp the circle. And you know, I just want to make sure that the ink is on there. You know, you don't want to press too hard, because usually with sentiments it'll tend to like get blurry or even have like a shadow effect. So now that I've got the stamping done, we're going to go ahead and now we'll start assembling the shaker box. So I use my anti-static to place on the acetate because I don't want my shaker bits to be in one place. I want them to shake. So I brought in my double-sided adhesive foam from scrapbook.com, and I like these thin strips when I'm using shaker cards. They're perfect width for me, and the adhesive is pretty sticky. So I just make sure that I go around the entire area because I don't want the shaker bits to, you know, come out. So I pour a little bit of those in, and then you see those lines there on the back of the circle and the back of that cardstock. That's to help me line up the circle so that my sentiment is straight. And so that's what that is there for. And there I've got the shaker done. And now I'm going to bring in some foam tape, and I'm going to now adhere that to the back and then get that popped up onto the card box. And you'll see why I picked these colors when you see the bottom of the box in just a few minutes. Just wrapping up here, getting the rest of the tape on there. I'm going to use the butt end of my scissors to burnish it. I didn't have my bone folder near me at the time, so that seemed to work for me. I peel off the release paper and I get that centered onto the top of my card box and I adhere it. And there is the shaker. So now what we'll do is we will go ahead and we'll start assembling the top of the box. And as I've mentioned in my previous videos of this series, I do like to use score tape. It is a strong adhesive and it really does hold the boxes together. and it's durable and it's strong, and I know that my box will not come apart. So I just make sure that all my flaps are folded over, and I just use my bone folder to burnish those in and make sure that they're secure. Now, when I was putting the box together, before I put the box together, I wanted to add a string to the balloon. And when I was putting it together, I realized I forgot to do that. So I'm bringing in a red Sharpie, and I'm just adding a squiggly line on here to act as the string to the balloon. And if you didn't want to add a stamp to a shaker box like this, your other option is, if you have this kit or if you have any other kind of banners, you could bring in the banner, the happy birthday banner here. This was my original intent, is I was going to do this, place that banner on there, and that looks just as cute. But I do like the stamp in there. I just think that looks really super adorable. And now I'm going to show you the bottom of the box. And again, it's double-sided. And this came from the Party Time paper kit from Echo Park. And I really liked those polka dots. And of course, the red and that light blue really go well with it together. This wraps up another video, and I hope that you are enjoying this series as much as I am. And until my next video, which is tomorrow, day 19, I hope your day is a crafty day. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.